good, y'all? It's the one and only King Cal 516 live in the mix, and this is the Swish Flames podcast. Hit us up on Twitter at Swish Flames. Hit us up on the Facebook page at Swish Flames Podcast, and definitely hit us up on the website www.swishflames.com. So let's get right into this. Kemba Walker will be signing with the New York Knicks. That's right, Kemba Walker will be signing with the New York Knicks. So let's dive into this real quick. Now, I'm kind of excited about this move for the New York Knicks, because it's once again it's proven to me that the management they have in place right now is the most competent management they've had in that city for a long time in that organization. And so what Leon Rose and World Wide West are doing is remarkable, and I can't give enough props to these guys for how they're maneuvering. You see, this offseason there weren't a lot of superstar game-changing talent available. And so because of that, the Knicks have decided to continue building on what they're already doing and try to add reasonable pieces to that and continue to do that. And the Knicks really have to go the patient route. And you know what? They may have overachieved last year a little bit, but now that they've tasted that kind of success of making the playoffs, they have something to build upon. And so basically they spent this offseason re-signing most of the players they had last season, which is not a bad thing. But you had some glaring weaknesses. So with Tom Thibodeau and how he coaches and with the personnel you have, you already know you're going to be a great defensive team. Your problem wasn't defense. Your problem was you couldn't score enough. In the playoffs, they way overplayed Derrick Rose. But they had no more options because Derrick Rose was the only guy every game consistently doing good. So part of the Knicks' improvement is going to be Julius Randle has to get better. He improved a lot and he had a great season. But he has to get better. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to crunch time, he has to get better. And so he's going to have to grow and develop more. But he had a great season. I don't want to take anything from him. Phenomenal season. But he has to continue to get better. And also RJ Barrett. He has to get better. You know what I'm saying? He's younger. And so this is a crucial season for RJ Barrett. This is one of those seasons where can he take another step forward? All right? But what the Knicks have done this offseason, basically bring back the whole team. You know, earlier the week, they added Evan Fournier to the mix with a plus $70 million deal. And now you get Kemba Walker on the minimum because OKC bought him out. My goodness. And so for the Knicks, it's a low risk, high value reward. And so in this case, yes, it's good to take on Kemba Walker. Now, previous Knicks regimes, in my opinion, would have tried to trade for Kemba Walker if they couldn't get no big name because they wanted to make a splash. This regime didn't try to do that. And so that's what I'm saying. The New York Knicks are moving in the right direction because they're being patient. But make no mistake about it, if a big fish becomes available and you're the New York Knicks, now you have the assets and resources to go get it. You have young assets, you know what I'm saying, on the team that you can trade away. You have draft picks you can trade away. So the Knicks are in a prime position. If they just hold it for it, keep building on what they're building, they're in a prime position that once one of these grade A superstars becomes available, they can snatch one of them. And so if you're a New York Knicks fan, I know it's been it's been hard, it's been rough. The Knicks have some of the most greatest fans in the world because we know Madison Square Garden is the mecca of basketball. And just like in the South, if you go to states like Florida and you go to Texas, football is the number one sport. We know that. But in New York, basketball is the number one sport. Even in all these years when the Knicks were irrelevant, weren't making the playoffs, they were selling out. Even when the team was garbage consistently. Also, the Knicks are the most valuable team in the NBA. They are worth the most money because of the market they're in. And so, if you're a Knicks fan, I know the road has been tough, but I like this move a lot. Now, the only question will be, I don't think Kemba is going to take that deal without being guaranteed a starter spot. So it looks like you're not paying Fournier $70+ million to sit the bench either. So it looks like you're probably going to start off with a backcourt of Fournier and Kemba Walker, and then maybe move RJ Barrett to the 3. So you're going to be small in the backcourt, and you're going to be a little bit small on the wing. But the Knicks are going to be a lot quicker. They're going to play a lot faster with these guys in the backcourt, and they're going to have better three-point shooting in the starting lineup. So the offense for Julius Randle should open up a little bit because it's going to take less of the playmaking, facilitating duties from him. He's going to still play make, but he doesn't have to do it as much on the ball as he had to do last season. Now, I'm pretty sure they still have the ball, to a great deal in his hands as well, but he's got some guys now that can slash to the rim and shoot that ball and take the man off the dribble. So the Knicks' dynamic offensively would be a little bit better, but with that smaller lineup, I wonder how much of a sacrifice their defense is going to take. Although Tom Thibodeau is a defensive-minded coach, if there's one guy that can figure it out, he's one of those guys that I believe will figure it out. So it'll just be interesting to see what they do to start lineup. Will one of those guys come off the bench? Will Kemba come off the bench with D Rose? We'll see how that goes, but ultimately I like this move for the New York Knicks. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments. And with that said, it's your boy King Kyle 516 signing off.